For the past 6 months, the hashtag I'm with Craig has become a rallying cry for family and friends of Dr. Craig Alguire.
This Saturday, the I'm with Craig group will be holding a post-race party in celebration of Alguire competing in the 25K at the Riverbank Run. Larry Figurski joins us now in studio with more on the namesake of I'm with Craig.
Now, Craig's a 39-year-old cardiologist with Spectrum Health. He's always been extremely fit. When it comes to running, Craig has conquered many challenges, but none will be more meaningful than completing the Riverbank Run this Saturday, the first step in the biggest challenge of his life. And we do want to warn you, a couple of the pictures in this story are graphic. Whether he's running, swimming, or biking,
I've just always liked to exercise, to stay healthy.
Craig Alguire, a triathlete
and his EF was 38.
Cardiologist and father of 4, has been a Riverbank Run regular for more than a decade.
Todd Chassie talked me into doing the Riverbank Run our 4th year of medical school, and then it just kind of stuck as sort of a nice goal in early May.
But this May, the goal is much different. Last October, on a typical Thursday morning,
I was on my bike downstairs in the basement, and all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't talk. And so I started to try and say something, and I was just stuttering for about 30 seconds. And I felt fine otherwise. I was still riding my bike, didn't have any sort of other neurological effects, and then so I got off my bike, and then all of a sudden it stopped.
Craig felt fine and biked another mile before work.
I went to my cardiology clinic and saw a half day's worth of patients, but on the last patient, it occurred again.
Craig was rushed to the hospital, and although again he felt fine, a CT scan showed he was not.
It did not show a bleed, but it showed a mass. There was clearly something wrong, so they ordered an MRI, and I had that a few hours later, which confirmed the mass and the size, location, and that it was almost certainly brain cancer.
Officially, glioblastoma multiforme, an aggressive brain tumor.
I think they probably saw it on my face that I knew the prognosis.
In almost all cases, terminal.
Mostly, the average survival has been about 15 or 16 months, and 90 or 95% of the patients are dead within 2 years. Now that's averages, and so there are cases of long-term survivors at 5 or 10%.
I think at first, it was overwhelming, and we thought a lot about the future, and that part is it's too much to really think about.
Just a week later, Craig underwent brain surgery at the University of Michigan, during most of which he was wide awake as doctors removed a golf ball-sized tumor.
Once your brain is exposed, they wake you back up, and I felt fine. It was amazing. I mean, my brain was exposed. They were poking around in my brain, but I could talk. I was fully aware of everything that was going on.
As Craig went through surgery, recovery, and chemo, friends and family showed their support by wearing Team Craig t-shirts and posting pictures with the hashtag I'm with Craig.
Tons and tons and tons of people were posting pictures.
As he recovered, Craig began writing a blog called Gray Matters, a straightforward, insightful, often humorous look at his battle. Initially just to keep family informed, today viewed more than 100,000 times.
It's amazing that how many similar stories come back to me.
The doctor still helping others, even as a patient. Along the way, Craig began running and swimming again. You see, just 4 days after being diagnosed and just 3 days before the surgery, Craig signed up for the Riverbank Run at early registration.
A, it was nice to have a goal. Sure. B, I've always liked the Riverbank.
The original goal, to walk or jog the 5K. Saturday, just 6 months after brain surgery, he plans to run the 25K.
I will be happy just the fact that I was able to do it, and if I can run it hard, that's just icing on the cake.
Every day we wake up and we sort of choose, to be happy and embrace the day and do the things with our family that we want to do.
Then you're like, okay, so how long am I going to live? And you don't know. I feel great. I'm running the 25K on May 14th.
Yes, he is. In fact, Craig feels so good he may shoot for a PR in the race, and while the prognosis certainly remains precarious, Craig is also part of a clinical study in Chicago testing for new treatments for glioblastoma. So just one of the nicest gentlemen you'll meet, and a great positive attitude. So we wish him well Saturday.
He puts it right back in perspective for everybody, that's for sure.
Sure does.
Yes,
it means
it
so
does.
much to so many people, this race.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And just one of the many stories, obviously, we're happy to share.
That's right.
They
Thank
say.
you, Larry.
Good luck.